To the hustlers, killers, murderers, drug dealers, even the strippers, Jesus walks with them. To the victims of welfare, for we living in hell here, hell yeah. Jesus walks with them. Now hear me, want to see me more clearly. I know if you hear me when my feet get weary, because we're the almost nearly extinct. We rappers as role models, we rap, we don't think. I ain't here to argue about his facial features. I'm just here to convert atheists into believers. I'm just trying to say the way school need teachers, the way Catholic need the regents, that's the way I need Jesus. So here go my single dog, radio needs it. Let's take it about anything except for Jesus. That means gun, sex, lies, videotape. But if I talk about God, my record won't get played. Hope it take away from my spins, but it probably take away from my ends. Break the date that I'm dreaming about next time I'm in the club. Everybody screaming now. Jesus walks. What up? How y'all doing? I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. I know. Look, I know. I'm like I said, I told y'all off rip, okay? When this channel started growing like momentum and subs, I told y'all like I'm the queen of procrastination. Like I really am. I'm the queen of procrastination. So I hope everybody got their notifications on. Let me get a sip of this coffee here so my brain can do that thing it does that I love so much, which is wake up. Mm. Now, wait a minute now. I think I did something with this coffee now. We got Sassy Butt in the house. What up, moderator? Mary Jane Doe. Good morning, Mary Jane Doe. Good morning. Mm. Woo. Yeah, that's coffee. Uh-huh. That's what I needed right there. Mm-hmm. Woo. My God, today. Well, if this is your first time here, hello. I'm Sierra Queen Pen Clock. And over here on my channel, we kind of unorthodox. We kind of loose with it. We kind of do whatever we want to do, say whatever we want to say. We don't really follow no rules, right? The only thing I ask is, live chat reminder, because the screenshot mafia is always at play, right? Okay, so on your way in, if you could do me a solid and like the video, that'd be great. Get me back in the algorithm, wake it up a little bit. Just, elbow that algorithm real good for me, okay? And subscribe, turn on all your notifications, and share if you care. Now, this is not, let me repeat, I know the thumbnail and the title is skewed, and y'all are like, whoa, what is she gonna talk about? Well, I'm gonna talk about it all today. I'm gonna talk about it all. I'm gonna say names. I'm not gonna hold my tongue. Um, and I'm gonna just emotionally regurgitate on all y'all this morning, cause it's like I'm living in a twilight zone, you guys. It's like I see time passing, right? I see time passing. I see the seasons change. I see, my son getting taller. I see my son sticking his chest out a little more lately. You know what I'm saying? I see time is changing, more gray. I got a whole gray streak in my hair, y'all. Like I'm over here looking like Pepe Le Pew under this wig for real. And I got a whole like gray streak. So I know time passed. I'm getting the little wrinkles. It's not really a wrinkle. I don't want to call it a wrinkle yet, but it's just like I have to keep Vaseline like right in the corner of my eye because I feel like I'm gonna have like it's not a widow's peak. What is them eye wrinkles called? Crow's feet, whatever, something feet. Of course, they can put feet on your face when you get old. Weird. So I just been trying to relax and have a little bit of shiver time. Because we lost Miss Ann, man. It was sad, and I hope the family just turn this off. Okay, just turn this off. Don't. I mean, but they might want to listen to it. I don't know. I don't know how people feel in their grief. I just know how I feel, and I don't want to say nothing to piss anybody off, which I probably will. So we lost Miss Ann, and I needed some shiver time. Um, because this grief hit different. You know, it hit different. I don't know if it's because me and Miss Ann's relationship was different, or because I've been through so much um family grief. I've lost my father, I've lost my grandmother, I've lost a few uncles and aunts, what I'm saying, that actually were on family vacations and sitting at dinner tables with me, right? So losing Miss Ann was not a blow to my soul as much as immediate family, right? But I still needed time to get my thoughts together, right? Um, I'm gonna briefly explain how I know Miss Ann, and then I'm gonna kindly tell Miss Ann that I'm gonna have to let it go. I'm gonna have to break. She might have to get that fly swatter out on me today because look, look, we about to get into it, okay? Now, back in the day, when I was hurt, jaded, bitter, scorned woman of the YouTube streets, Miss Ann used to know. Miss Ann and Granny Bassmaster, right? Mustang Granny. She used to know exactly when I was getting ready to wind up one, to go against the great and untouchable visions, right? Well, I'm getting ready to wind one up today, Miss Ann. And Miss Ann would always come in the chat. Miss Ann and Mustang Granny would always come in the chat and be like, Sierra, don't do it. Don't do it, Sierra. No. Sierra, no. And they'd be all dramatic, like, come on, Sierra, don't be like this. Don't, don't viscerate them. Don't completely, like I'm the nuclear bomb of niggas on live. I don't know how else to say it. Like, and I would see it and I'd just be on one and I'd just be like, no, sorry, Miss Ann, sorry, Mustang Granny, but I gotta say what I gotta say. And this is gonna be one of them lives. Okay. Now, if you don't know, I want you to hear it um from my voice that despite everything Miss Ann has said about me, unbeknownst to me, right? Because we all talk about each other behind our backs. I mean, if you don't know, that's the part of life. People talk behind each other, behind their backs. It could be a genuine concern. It could be trying to fit in with the Joneses, not Jonesing. You get it? You see what I did there? Um, but Miss Ann at one point in time, I don't know if this was before or after she was in my chat, but at one point in time, she was like, "Oh yeah, that Sierra girl, she's nasty. She's nasty." Well, Miss Ann, I'm about to be nasty today. I'm about to get nasty, Miss Ann. Miss Ann, I'm about to get nasty. And then later on, after she had beef with Matthew Silly as fuck. I don't know if he's in the chat, but shout out to Matthew Silly as fuck. They had beef, and it was like East Coast, West Coast, and it was like Bloods and Crips and BDs and GDs up in here. And I was just standing in the middle, like, what the fuck? And and I went over there one day and I just started typing eggplant emojis or whatever. So that's how I got in the circles I'm in today. And this, I think this was clear. Yeah, this was clear after the nigga poem. Now the nigga poem, let's talk about it, Miss Ann. Can we talk about it? I'm having a conversation with Miss Ann. Excuse me, I'll get back to the chat in a minute. Um the nigga poem, I wanted so bad to ask Miss Ann. I wanted to ask her where that nigga poem come from. I was so curious. I was asking everybody. I think I was asking everybody in my messenger. I was asking all the country people, all the people that I know wear red oak and real tree and oak moss and all the and North Face. I was asking all the country people, right? And I was like, hey, what the Miss Ann, the nigga poem that Miss Ann quoted that she got from her daddy, it come from? Because I didn't heard that before. Maybe it's some past life recollection. Maybe I'm tapping into something in a previous life. I don't know. I don't know. But I wasn't too offended. I was just the only part that stung, Miss Ann, if you don't mind, is the fucking smile on your face. Like I was like, I never in my life seen somebody so happy to say nigga before. I was like, damn, she gotta say it with a smile on her face, you know? And then it took till Miss Ann had passed. And Miss Ann had came to me in spirit and she said to me, she said, I don't get it, Sierra. You're happy when you say nigga. Why can't I be happy when I say nigga? And I was like, touche, Miss Ann, touche. You got a point there. So I think it was lost in translation, if you will. I think Miss Ann, in her golden years, right? She was looking around on the internet and in life and in the world, and she was seeing all these young, beautiful black and mixed people, and sometimes white people saying the N word. And she was like, well, that looks like fun. I got a poem over here that, you know, maybe they will like. So, she get up on her computer and on her live or whenever she did it, and she recited the poem, nigga and all. And she was proud of herself for overcoming the Caucasian fear, right, of saying that word. And she was in the safety of her own house, let's not get crazy with it. It wasn't like she was out in the street. She was in the safety of her own home. And she said it as into like, as soon as she said it, I could hear her inner voice like, am I cool now? Am I cool? Hey, I say it right. Did I get it? I got it. I said it. You didn't think I was going to say it, but I said it. And I just thought, after she passed and Miss Ann explained that to me, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I said, but that, you can't. She was like, well, obviously, Sierra. And I was like, okay, cool, we good. And we had a little spiritual one-on-one, right? After she passed. Now, before she passed, I talked to Miss Ann on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I think it was Christmas Eve. I hit her up to check on her because I was like, dang, ain't nobody coming check on her. But I didn't realize it was going to take a lot of time, like a lot of, some time for, her son and everybody to come in and stuff. So, and get everything ready to go because it seemed like hospice came quick, you know? It was like one minute she was like, hospice is gonna be working with me, and I was like, and the next thing, she was there, she was gone, man. It's almost like if they wouldn't have called hospice when they did, Jesus. But I talked to Miss Ann on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And Christmas Day, after my mom and my brother left and my uncle was on the way, that's when I talked to Miss Ann. And she got to she always got to talk to the kids. So she was talking to Zion a little bit. So it was really cool, it was really cool, and I was trying to, tell her don't worry about nothing, and just rest, and um, everything's gonna be taken care of, once the bed comes and all that, and your sons and everything, they'll figure it out, and they did. So, she passed, and that was devastating and sad. But what was more, um, and I'll look at the chat in a second. What was more diabolical and stank and crazy is Dolly Vision's behavior throughout this process of mourning Miss Ann and laying Miss Ann to rest. Um, I don't know. Well, actually, I do know. I do know. Actually, I do know. um, he was right there the moment she announced that she was going into hospice services. He was right there in Alabama, right? And when he was right there in Alabama, he had plenty of time. I mean, he fucked up a true crime case. He, said a baby was found and the baby wasn't found, and he was right there in Alabama, which is a skip and a jump from Georgia. It's just a flight over. I mean, isn't that what the travel fund is for? Right? And I just thought, I almost knew. I was like, I just know that now that they found Jonathan's remains, and I just knew that he was gonna run to go see Miss Ann, right? And be with her before she goes in the hospice. Because that just seems like the type of person Jimmy is. Seems like he wouldn't want to see her in hospice on all the medication and things. He would want to see her while she's in her house and moving around and, you know, taking her dogs outside and, all that things, right? Getting half bit by one of her dogs. A regular visit, right? But that didn't happen. And YouTube, I'm going to tell you why that didn't happen. It didn't happen because of his old lady's insecurity. As we all know, shout out to Dumpling. Dumpling lives in Alabama, and Jimmy could not stay idle in Alabama 1 second overnight without speculation, without, could you imagine the on the phone rant between PJ Vision and Dolly Vision while he's in Alabama after everything that happened? Can you imagine the conversation? I imagine it went a little something like this. Well, babe, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I fucked up the true crime case, and now they found the boy deceased, and now everybody's mad at me on the internet. Oh, really? Oh, well, I guess I'll just go to bed since you don't know what you're gonna do, and I'll just go to sleep. And I'm just so perturbed. She gets that pasta Diddy attitude when she's pissed off. So, and then she sneaks in a little bit of gangster every now and then just to let you know she a Leo. You know, I study people. This is what I do. I should work for the FBI. I should profile people, but for now, y'all gonna get these lives. Chronic cough. My God. Shout out to the dope boy, man. Oh my God. Shout out. I still ain't switching, homie. Just because your weed is rough and makes me cough, we'll see how the after effect go. We'll see. If you don't know, now you know. I'm a cannabis connoisseur, and a lot of people like to let me test their bud. So fire in the hole, Mary Jane Doe, fire in the hole. So can you imagine them on the phone and PJ's all like, well, if you stay overnight, then that stupid bitch Sierra she's gonna say that you were with Dublin and Can you imagine? Oh, the horror. How dare that bitch, Sierra? Oh, Miss Ann, we're gonna have fun today. Oh God. You know, another thing, I didn't get a chance to say to Miss Ann while we're on the subject of reminiscing of old times. I noticed, excuse me, I noticed when Miss Ann first came on the scene after Savannah, Georgia, I noticed that she didn't know too much about YouTube and starting a channel, but everyone convinced Miss Ann to start a channel, which I think is a positive thing, right? But Miss Ann would go on anybody's panel and she would click anybody's link and she would go on anybody's panel and she didn't care what y'all were talking about. She was there to talk about what she was going through and to plug her Cash App, which was funny as hell because she never caught a hint. You know what I'm saying? She never read the room. She didn't give a damn about what room she was in. You know? I love that. That was I said, shit, Miss Ann, you better get your money. It ain't tricking if you got it, girl. Hey, Miss Ann handled her hustle a lot more honest than Dolly Vision and PJ Vision ever did. Let that be record. Let that be known on the record. Okay. At least Miss Ann will hustle you to your face with a smile on your face. Okay. She might be saying nigga in her head, but still, she's gonna hustle to your face. She's not gonna, you know, flour up the hustle and sugar it up with sweetener and put a bunch of beautifications on it and everything. She's not gonna do that. She's gonna ask for it right out, right? So I thought for sure that Jimmy was gonna go see Miss Ann, and then when he didn't, he flew right back. So I guess they kicked him out of Alabama. I don't know what happened there. It's like he was there, and then he was just like, fuck it, I'm leaving. I didn't fuck this case up. I'm gone, right? And then, Miss Ann went into hospice soon after that. And then it became like, then all of a sudden, you know, out of nowhere, silence begot the internet streets, right? And a kind-hearted, fiery, beautiful, beautiful, not my type, but beautiful, okay? Latino Diamonds Creations came up with a dedication to Miss Ann while Miss Ann was getting hooked up to hospice and getting her medication going and getting comfortable and towards the last of her days. And just like everybody, I didn't know, I didn't know what was going on when I jumped in the stream. I was confused just like everybody else, but I was respectful because grief is something that different cultures handle differently. You know, the process of death is different for every culture. I mean, going from Latino culture to African American culture, you know, even the Western culture, as they say. Even the Western culture is different. It's different all the way around, right? Different traditions, different way of doing things. And I totally understood. Like I was like, well, you're supposed to give people their flowers while they can still smell them. And I thought that was good. I thought that was good. And I thought it was especially good for Diamonds and Matthew and everybody on that side, right? I thought it was good, for everyone to speak their piece and come up. Even Chicken Snake came up, for God's sake. Like I thought all that was great because Miss Ann thought that, nobody liked her, everyone hated her, or everyone was annoyed by her. And but we didn't hate her, you know what I'm saying? So it was good and therapeutic for Miss Ann's homegoing process for her to see that. And I think she benefited from that. And I think a weight lifted off her shoulders um once she heard that live. I think her spirit got lighter and it reached to a higher dimension, right? Then you get all swindling ass Jimmy, right? Oh, slick ass Jimmy. He gonna get his. It ain't even narrow no more. He gonna get his wide ass up on YouTube and talk shit about. You don't want to bury nobody before they gone. If I'm in hospice, I don't want people to acting like I'm already gone, and it just don't seem right. And he said it once, and then he said it again, and then he reiterated again. And I don't know who Jimmy was trying to convince, because if he was trying to convince Mab Investigates, he failed. Because Mab Investigates understood the assignment. And shout out to Mab Investigates. I I imagine being Mab Investigates, being a turtle, being the winner of the last season of Turtle Island, and also being, because Mab can come up he can go to anybody's chat, he can go to anybody's channel. Mab can come in my chat, he can come in Matthew's chat and click the link. He can go to Diamonds and click the link. Mab's cool peoples. And I imagine being Mab in that position on panel with Jimmy, knowing that he was just, over there at the dedication. I imagine that was an awkward feeling, right? And Mab tried to stay neutral. He really did. He tried to stay neutral. He tried to, walk that thin line of not totally going against what Jimmy is saying, but also defending what Diamond's Creations had created for Miss Anne, right? And I think that that's an honorable person to stay neutral. It shows a person is genuine and doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings or step on anyone's toes. That's very respectable, Matt. Then after Jimmy went on his spiel, then the next morning PJ did the same thing. They like two mockingbirds, like you hear a mockingbird, caw, and then the other one, caw, caw, caw. It's the same. It's like you watch one and it's like a recap of the other. I don't know if they do that on purpose or they just. And I don't know if they think that means. Do they think that saying the same thing as the other one said the night before or the day before? Do they think that's like being equally yoked? Like, did they watch previous streams I have made and said, "Oh, Sierra said we gotta be equally yoked"? Well, I guess. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. That's not what the fuck I meant. I meant you have to be equally yoked. If you crack open an egg, right? If you gotta explain it. You gotta break it down kindergarten style for these people. If you have an egg, right? You go to your fridge, you get an egg, right? The egg is in its shell, right? It's protected, okay? It's protected. It's whole, right? You crack the egg. The act of cracking the egg would be life, because life will crack your protective shell, right? Still a strong shell, but life will crack it, okay? Once you get a crack open, you break the egg, you put it in the bowl, you put it in the pan, wherever you put the egg, there's going to be egg white and egg yolk, okay? I know you don't cook that much, PJ, but here you go. So the egg, if you noticed in the egg, the yolk and the whites are one. They are in one membrane. You have to actually physically separate the yolk from the egg whites in some recipes. You have to unyolk it. You have to, but if you're equally yoked, then you are like your spirit with your significant other is likened to a raw egg. You are different on the physical appearance, because the egg white is kind of clear, but it fries up white, and the egg yolk is yellow. You know what I'm saying? I would like to think, me personally, if you need more description, PJ, I consider you more of an egg yolk, and Jimmy's more of an egg white. Okay, but y'all are like in two separate bowls. It's like, I don't know. It's like we're making filet mignon or something. It's like, y'all not equally, y'all not together. It's almost like I cracked two different eggs, and then I took the egg white out of one egg and put it in a bowl, and then cracked the other egg, and then just took the yolk out. But it's from two different eggs, and they're just together. Maybe I got on one side of the pan the egg yolk and on the other side of the pan the egg white, but they never come together. And quiet as it's kept. Maybe I'm the oil in between. Okay. So what I'm saying is when you have a significant other spiritually, you know, of the appearance of the egg white and the yolk looks different. It's still an egg, it's still egg DNA, it's still, still egg, but it looks different. And but to to be equally yoked, it's to the point of when when you make scrambled eggs and you beat the eggs up and you mix it together. And now you can't tell the difference between the egg white and the egg yolk because it's mixed together. You know, PJ and Jimmy, be a fried egg. Be scrambled eggs, okay? If you want to be equally yoked, be scrambled eggs. That's all I'm saying. It's like, and I can tell they're still equally yoked. And this is how I can tell. Is because now, before I preface this, let me say, 2026, I'm not gonna hold anything back. As you see, I come through gun blazing, pow, 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 pow. And I'm gonna say what I want to say on this internet. You know what I'm saying? Because after all and everything that has gone on with Miss Ann, I may not have shedded um a tear. I don't think, did I cry? I don't know if I cried or not. But I may not have shedded a tear, but I did gain some enlightenment from her passing. And what I have gained from her passing is that in this life, no matter what, you have to speak your mind. You have to say what you want to say because life is short. You know, you can't let somebody trick you out your spot. You can't let somebody bring fear into your heart because they're uncomfortable by their own truth. Okay. Now, here's some truth for you. If Jimmy and PJ was equally yoked, then check it. Why would he be driving down the street talking about PIs and the Sebastian Roger case and I know he's referring to SF investigates, but I caught a rant, a bit of his rant where he was just going on about private investigators and PIs and it seemed kind of personal, you know. And then this morning when I caught PJ, she started talking about, the deception detective deck and I look for tales in people. And PJ's tale is her favorite line is, "Oh, I couldn't tell a lie if I wanted to. I couldn't lie." Bullshit. That is a lie. That is a lie. That's a lie. I'm never, ever, I would never say in life, if it's a human emotion, just like lust, gluttony, pride, I would never say, "You guys, I don't lie." I can never say that because I might lie, guys. Hello, I'm human. You know, I know how to lie. PJ knows how to lie. She just doesn't want her audience or the audience of Dolly Vision or the internet in general to perceive that she is being a liar. And she thinks because she purchased Deception Detectives deck on deception, she thinks for some reason that makes her look like a more honest person because she got a deception deck. Like, oh, No, if you got a deception deck, then that means you could just be sitting at home studying how to not be whatever the cards say, bitch. Like, I'm like, she thinks y'all are dumb. Like, she literally thinks the general public watching her and her viewers and subscribers are stupid. And she thinks because she got this deck and it's the deception deck that she can now study and memorize that shit to where she don't show if anything happens to her in any situation, she got that deck so she can't show no signs of deception in her action. And she thinks she covered. Well, no, you're not covered because not everything that is deceptive, not every tale, not every what you would call body language, tell, not everything is in that deck. That deck is curated for suspects in missing kids cases, murders, not for PJ to study to hustle her audience, right? So that got me fired up. I said, here she go with this fucking deception detective deck. And then I was like, when is Jimmy gonna realize that I thought to myself, I said, self, they must be fighting again. She getting ready to bring the deck out again. She back to sucking deception detective off again. Oh God, she cannot go a month, 2 months without mentioning dude in his deck. Before you know it, deception detective will cover something about Sebastian Rogers because they're going to spin that again for money and views, and. So I can give you the playbook. Let's talk about it. The next plan is they're gonna find a deception detective video and they're gonna go over it. Okay, deception detective is working on a video right now. I'm psychic. Oh my god. Deception detect. That's me. That's my psychic abilities. Okay, don't make fun. Don't laugh at me. Y'all laughing at me? Let me check the chat. Don't laugh at me. Okay, but deception detective is working on a video right now about Sebastian Rogers. And PJ is gonna make Jimmy pull it up, and Jimmy's gonna get frustrated because in the back of his mind, he gonna hear my voice. He gonna hear my voice say, "Yep, keep pulling his ass up. You keep supporting this infatuation with deception detective. What, you 51? How old is deception detective? I bet he younger than Jimmy. I bet your deception detective ain't got no heart problem. Like this video on your way in or out. Subscribe. Turn on all notifications and share if you care. I bet deception detective ain't got no heart problems. I bet you he even run every day. Do he run? He look like he a runner. Like he run for his exercise, like on a treadmill, or he run around his neighborhood or something. He probably got a little Apple Watch or whatever, with his little deception bracelet. Did he got bracelets too? I don't know. Shout out to I like watching deception detectives. No shade, no shade. But I don't see no ring on his finger. He looks single and he look young too. Ooh, and deception detective don't never come up on camera where he look homeless. Okay, deception detective is real good with his facial hair hygiene. He's very clean looking in the face when he in the public eye. Women like that. Deception detective look like he smell good. Deception Detective got real nice oral hygiene and dental care. I bet you Deception Detective has a full-time job somewhere. I bet you Deception Detective got a 401k somewhere, and he worked a whole job, probably got a retirement fund and everything. And shit, he well past 100,000. What do you got, like 130K? 200K? Oh, he well past Jimmy goals. Shit, Deception Detective is running circles around Dolly Vision. And when it comes to views and subscribers and stamina, last I checked, Jimmy get a little out of breath walking around the parking lot. Shit. So I know Jimmy get out of breath when he throwing that D. So I know it ain't popping in the bedroom like it was at the beginning of this relationship, because, you get older and things change. But if she pull out that deck again, boy, you might have you a brother husband. You might have you a fucking brother husband. You know how they say sister wives, you might have another husband on deck and shit. Oh shit. Let me find out, P. P says she like that one song. I love to get 2-1. It's too strong. I love it. She want to be in the sandwich in between. She want Deception Detective in the front and Dolly Vision in the back, baby. Eiffel Tower and shit. That's what she want. Hey, quiet as kept. Being around Jimmy ain't gonna get you to that deception dick, girl. Because Jimmy just, he lowering your market value. You moved in without a ring. Can we talk about it, or can we talk about it? You don't move into no man's establishment or home or anything without a commitment or a ring or a marriage license or a promise or something. A dowry. Did Jimmy give your daddy a dowry? Now, if Jimmy gave your daddy a dowry, then you good. Because, if Jimmy paid your daddy, then you good. You know, no disrespect, my bad. If a dowry was paid, but no dowry, no arrangement, no contract, no, my God, no nothing. Just now I can understand. Like I've said before, after he had his heart attack, you want to stay with them, at the house for 6 months or so, maybe even the first year. But by now, girl, by now. What are we, 3 years in? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on to be the wedding planner. I'm still waiting, girl. Just like we started this thing, I'm still waiting. I got all the same screenshots and everything, and all the same ideas, and we can tweak it a little bit, and we'll even get a dress for Lolo. But you put the cart before the horse. You was too insecure about other women. And now the threat has multiplied, because now, you didn't bought so many subs. There's new women now. The subs and viewers that you bought for Dolly Vision, um, have some of them have fallen for Dolly Vision. And yikes. That's tough. Let me read the chat. I don't mean to ignore. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. Oh God, I have 14 in here. I didn't even know that. Hey sis, tomorrow our day. Yep, yeah, it is. Yep. What's today? Is it my birthday yet? Yeah, it is. Oh my god, tomorrow's my birthday. Hey, shout out my twin. It's my twin's birthday. Today. So shout out to Shannon. Shout out to the twin twin. I gotta hit her up after this live and wish her a happy birthday, man. I'm excited to catch a live. Oh, hey rapper, what's up? Oh, good. It's good you're having a good day, rapper. Yeah, crow's feet. Yeah. Taking the tree down. My son had already took the tree down. It's damn near normal. All the Christmas is in the closet. I said, shit, I ain't gonna complain about that unless I gotta do. I'm a spring clean though. Let me keep my mouth shut on that. On what? On what? Shit, speak it. Shit. Sometimes you can't hold some stuff in. And if it's about Miss Ann in the nigga poem or whatever, then Miss Ann wouldn't want us to hold that in. That's too silly. Racism is a silly thing in general, and that's how you overcome it. That's how you see past it. You know what I'm saying? Because let's not get it twisted. Yes, she did say, she did have that nigga poem, and but look who did her eulogy. Look who did her sermon for her service. Excuse me. I think a black pastor did it. Okay. I saw black people running the show at Miss Ann's funeral. You know what? Quiet as it's kept. I was when I was sitting there watching the Miss Ann's funeral, right? Her her homegoing service. I was like, because we was over there at Chewy's, and Miss Chewy, she had it ready to go. She had the link, she had everything ready to go. And Jimmy was over there scrambling. He was over there scrambling and scraping for the link because, he just didn't it looked so bad. He needed to edit that part out of the live where him scrambling and scraping and talking shit about other people's channels, and then PJ is in the back talking about, I'm not gonna beg no other channel for a link when Miss Ann is our friend, and that girl, this is not the time, girl. They could have, I guess eventually they figured it out. They went to Miss Ann's, you could have went to Miss Ann's Facebook. See that show right there, how on the outs everything was with them. So that's between them and Miss Ann. Okay. I tell you what, Miss Ann ain't gonna haunt me. Okay. Miss Ann, I'm gonna say all I need to say to y'all to Miss Ann at one time. Cause Miss Ann ain't gonna put me in no headlock. Mm-mm. Miss Ann gonna sit back and enjoy the show because she know I ain't gonna hold nothing. Miss Ann know I'm gonna let it go. Okay. But hey, Miss Ann, if Miss Ann was racist in any form or caliber or any fashion, or or any qualms about black people or whatever, well, she rectified that by having black people run her funeral. You know, I think it was a full circle moment for me anyway. And the funny thing about it was I was sitting there watching it, right, going back and forth between Chewy's and Dolly Vision, right? And I was like, man, I was like, I bet it stung a little bit for PJ to see that black people was running Miss Ann's funeral. Ooh, I bet it stung. But we're gonna talk about it because you know, I found out doing some research on the Croatian people, right? The people in Croatia. I have I've done some research and we might come back live a little later. And because I was doing a whole lot of research and it led me down this path of, why there's this animosity between, Eastern European women and American black women. Why? I just didn't get it. I just because PJ don't know me from a can of paint, right? All she know is that I'm a part of Jimmy's past. She don't know me. She tried to get to know me a little bit, but I don't know if that was genuine. You know what I'm saying? So I have found in my research, spoiler alert, I have found in my research that the Croatian men, and I have footage and all that. We'll go over it. But Croatian men in Croatia, they are enamored and they are very much what's the word? They are smitten and enamored and um they love the men, the Croatian men, they love black women over there. They're very gentlemanly and kind and courteous to black women over there, but the women, a different story. And it seems like there's a dynamic there that even goes back to American slavery with, you know, white women, some white women feeling some type of way about a black woman. And we'll get into it. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on you know, negatations. So thank you, Barabosa. It's the accent for me. Did I have an accent? When did I have an accent? When I was being PJ? I haven't got her impression down. I do got the Team Rose down pat, all I gotta do is just say Mary Jane Doe. Oh really? Mary Jane Doe? Really? Really? And why would you think that I would be a troll, Mary Jane Donuts? I've been working on it, girl. I've been working on it. I just still haven't found the blonde wig. Like, oh God, I don't know where my blonde wig is. I have this blonde wig somewhere. It's short, it's in a bob. And I was like, if I wash it, blow dry it, and then after I blow dry it, just roll it up so it's still like fluffy, and maybe put some dry shampoo in it so I can like run my fingers through it and flip it and do all the things that Team Rose does. Oh, and I need a boomstick. I still haven't bought a new boomstick yet. So there's that. And so I do want to do a Team Rose impersonation. That'll probably be a video though. Because I don't want to get distracted by the live chat, and I don't want to laugh in the middle of shit like, fucking SNL. You know how they be, something funny, people be doing impressions, they start laughing at themselves. I don't want to be like that. I just want to be like, action, go. And then, I might actually have to like channel Team Rose. Like I might have to do a little bippity boppity boo. I might have, no offense, Team Rose. It won't hurt. It won't hurt. I'll go real gentle. Okay. I'll go real easy and real gentle with the channeling. Okay. It won't. Team Rose is like, hey. No. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go real gentle. And you might like it, Team Rose. And I'm gonna just, really channel her essence. And I'm gonna do it respectfully, of course. Now, PJ, I don't know if I want to channel PJ. Ooh. I don't know if I can Ugh. I don't know if I can wash that stank off of me. Like, oh God, I might physically be ill if I channel PJ. I mean, I know I could do it. Like, do I get an Oscar for it? That's what I want to know. Like, I'm gonna have to do it for some accolades. Maybe I'll wait till after I'm monetized and put that one on members only or something because ugh, I'm gonna have to. And I'm not gonna look happy while I'm doing it. Like I'm not. I'm gonna have stank face, resting bitch face all day long. I'm gonna have to eat them cheese danishes. I'm gonna have to go and be a fucking go to Starbucks and I don't know, be a fucking caffeine crackhead. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else. Maybe my boy got an addy or two I can pop. Oh God, can you imagine me on an addy doing a PJ impersonation? Oh my God, that'd be hyper focused. I mean, it'd be great for views, but it would suck to come down off that shit. I'd probably throw up. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs, kids. Okay. Maybe I'll just drink a lot of coffee because I'm thinking about like how am I gonna come down off of the Addy, bro? Maybe I'll just drink a bunch of coffee. At least the coffee, I can drink some water and dilute the caffeine, but the Addy is in the bloodstream and it don't. You know what I'm saying? That's the way my brain works, anyway. If he talked to Anne, he would know she tried to tell several of us she was leaving. We just wouldn't let her. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think him and Miss Ann was in much talking because um maybe at the beginning, when Miss Ann first started her channel, him and Miss Ann was a little closer, but it seems like the longer him and PJ are together, the more thicker her insecurities become. And I imagine PJ was even insecure about Miss Ann. You know, it's anybody, male, female, anybody around Jimmy a little too much makes PJ uncomfortable. And that's just it's unfortunate, but that's what it is. I want that the triple, excuse me, y'all. I still got what's the word? I could have muted. I'm so disgusted. I could have muted, but did I? No. I'm real as fuck. I'm just all snotty and shit on the live with y'all. Y'all gonna get this snot. Yeah, put your mask on. I don't even have a cold. It's just residuals. Chris Brown. Yep, get that. Get all that ASMR. I can't wait to hear that on the when I watch the replay. That's gonna be disgusting. She wants that triple D deception detective dick. Girl, you said a mouthful right there. You know what? Let me go on and put that on the screen. Because you said a mouthful right there. She do want that deception detective dick. She do. She do. But she would settle for triple D. She would practice her deception detective moves on Triple D. I'll tell you what, Jimmy better not be he better not be too preoccupied with building that studio in the backyard. Have you ever thought that I wonder how the studio in the backyard came about? Y'all ever think about that? Like why all of a sudden he's building a separate building in the backyard. Oh, and Jimmy, newsflash, when you were live and you were showing the outside of your studio, right? And it was pitch black dark. and then you went and you privated it, or you put it on members only, or whatever, you deleted it, whatever you did, right? I don't know why you try to hide shit from me. You exposed yourself. I mean, I don't know if you was specifically trying to hide it from me, or you were just trying to hide it from, the other people that you speak of, right? These mystical, magical people in the ether that you assume hate you. But yeah, you exposed the fuck out of yourself. You got ice cold little shack all up in the. If somebody screen recorded that, let's see. Let's see at what point. Okay, he comes out of. I don't know. Yeah, he comes out of the ramp. He has like this ramp thing. I don't know if he's gonna like roll his slingshot up on it. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. But he's got like this ramp thing. So he was coming down off the ramp, and then he went around the building to where the front door and the window would be of the studio. And then he said there's woods back there. So he is all the way in the back of the property, the back. But when he panned the camera out towards the darkness, right outside of that ramp opening, when he panned the camera into the darkness, you're looking over, you're looking out onto, the tiki bar, the pool, and then on the other side of the tiki bar and the pool, you have the main house, and then ice cold right there. So yeah, you busted yourself out. If I had some binoculars, I could damn near see ice cold in his drawers in the house somewhere. I bet some freaky shit. Can we just make this an epic rant? Because I'll be thinking some freaky shit be going on over there. Like, and I know I'm on a tangent, but let me just go with it. Okay. I'm gonna try to say this with tact. No, I'm not. I be thinking some freaky shit be going on over there. I'll be like, who getting ready to settle down and just, you know, go have the brother chilling, just have your brother-in-law, basically, right? Chilling in the backyard with his nasty ass. Like, I know he probably old as hell, and I don't even know if his nephew's. I'm assuming his nephew's still living. Maybe, I don't know, but how you gonna have big nasty back in? Like, I couldn't even bust it open. Like, I ain't gonna hold. If the shoe was on the other foot, right, in this alternate reality, okay, and if this was CJ Vision, okay, instead of PJ, it was CJ Vision. Okay, just go with me, okay. If it was, I couldn't open my legs with that. Uh, when I'm playing with my daughter, pussy. I couldn't. I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would regurgitate. I got vomit in my throat right now. I couldn't. Just knowing, I don't see how she can bust it wide open, Tatiana, knowing that his nasty ass might be with some binoculars looking. Because the freak don't. If they freaky on one um level of debauchery, right? If it's like incestual, or if it's incest, it's incest. Okay, it's incest. It's being with the minor. It's pedophilia, but it's also incest, right? Because it was his daughter, right? Let's talk about it. But if it's incest, then Jimmy, you're not excluded, because if it's incest, then he doesn't have the natural filter to not look at family like that. So his natural sexual curiosity is not at the same level as everybody else's already because he's incest and he's a pedophile. So that means that while you in there throwing it down to PJ, he could be in the back of his shack whacking a good one with some binoculars looking at you and PJ. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bust open Tatiana. I'm sorry. Y'all be in the pool and shit. Mm-mm. I look. I swear for God, if it's look. I some of my best performance was hypothetically, allegedly at that location, and I couldn't bust it open, Tatiana. My thighs was so tight, like I was just like, "Hey, let's get this over with." Like, oh God, like I couldn't. Like when you at home, right? Let's just squirrel for a second. When you at home and you in your comfort zone and you feel safe and you took a nice hot shower or a nice long bubble bath and you all warm and stuff and you got your nice lotion on and you all oiled up and stuff, then you can, you can slink into the bedroom and just plop it on the bed, just ha 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 and just, twerk a little something something and bust it open and Cirque du Soleil that bitch. You can do that kind of thing when you're comfortable, but when you it was like, I ain't going off the record. Can I just say this? Get it off my chest, off the record. Don't clip it. Don't clip it. Don't clip this. It felt like I was fucking in a yard sale or something, but not in the yard. You know what I mean? It felt like I was fucking at in the middle of like Ringling Brothers and Barn and Bailey Circus. It felt so weird. It didn't give the same feel as it did him coming to me. Okay. It didn't give the same feel. I like that better. Jimmy, I like that better when you come to me because I'm in my comfort zone. I don't like going to you. Okay. Just for future reference. Don't clip it. Next comment. When you was at Jimmy and PJ? Oh, allegedly. 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 I bet you can nail that laugh. She laughs with her whole mouth shut. Oh yeah, the yeah. Yeah. Yep, yep. Yep. That's a good one. That's a good. I'll put that in my repertoire. Cha-ching. It's in there. Got it. Whew, should we have one more cigarette? I'm just cigarette myself. I'm all hot now. Thinking about I'm all hot thinking about Ringling Brothers and Barnabas. I'm just like, oh God. Why did I say that? Oh God. Hey, you can't sue the truth. Hey, I'll say it again and I'll say it before. If you that worried about people being on your property, check the cameras, Pete. Is that real simple? I mean, that's what any attorney, any judge, anybody gonna tell you is like, okay, well, if y'all got all these security cameras and you worried about somebody being on your property, you're trying to, make stalking charges and claims, then check your cameras. We need proof that she was there. And what did Candace say when she was interviewing Mitch? She said something real smart, and I'm gonna use it now. She said, "Oh, I've already checked the metadata, and the metadata checks out." Well, Miss Private Investigator, get to checking my metadata. Since you Billy Badass, check my metadata, bitch. Because if you come on the internet and you threaten people with legal action and you say things that are untrue, then that's defamation, right? So be careful of the narratives you spin on the internet because, I could be lying. I could be lying. I could be telling the truth. That's up for the general public to decide, as we would call the court of public opinion over here, right? It's up for y'all to decide. And pray on it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. The one thing about me is I don't try to hide my shadow self from my viewers, right? I'm a whole ass witch. I'm a whole ass black woman. I can get down and dirty with the best of them. Okay? I used to could drink a grown man under the table, right? But you know, I'm not I used to work at a trap house, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I'm an excellent liar. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying I'm a liar. I'm just saying it would look real stupid on your part if you and your mans got up here and said somebody was a stalker and the metadata proves that they not. That might be defamation. And you best believe many of my subscribers have sent me clips of that very live that y'all probably privated or put on members only or some stupid shit. So I already got it recorded on the back end. So you can't say you didn't say it. So it'd be wise to what's the word? Retract that statement. You might want to retract. Because according to my legal team. Oh, you didn't know I had a legal team? Oh, silly you. According to my legal team and my lawyers that I've had over the years, family lawyers and such, on retainer, right? According to my legal team, I'm within every right to file a defamation lawsuit, because I have not solely covered you guys. This is not a bash PJ and Jimmy channel. This is a Sierra say whatever she want channel. And it's almost my birthday, bitch. So I get to say what I want for a few days. And can I take Aaliyah's birthday too? Thank you. Okay. That's the 16th. So today, tomorrow, and the 16th. I don't know where I'm gonna go out to eat at. I have no clue. I haven't got with nobody. It'll probably be this weekend though. Probably like Saturday or something. I gotta hit the Clarks up. We gotta come together like Voltron and shit. But I just want to have a steak. Just a little steak dinner or something with my mom and my uncle. You know, and if they can't do it, then I'll just go out, just me and the son, and then maybe we'll go out. We'll do live at dinner or something. I don't really like going live at dinner though, because dinner is when I like touch base with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of invasion of privacy. Maybe if I was out like girls' night or something, then I could go live. If I had a designated driver, because I'm getting mixed drinks. If I'm going live and I'm eating on camera, mixed drinks. Shit. Maybe I can employ my brother to be designated driver. Can you imagine the fuckery we get into? Oh, fun. So yeah, that's because you're Capricorn. I am the goat, of course. It's hard being the goat. It really is. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, but I tell you what. I tell you what. Get ready, viewers, because Turtle Island is coming up. Views are down. Arguments are happening. Speaking of arguments, back to my original, back to the back. Y'all ever wonder why he put that studio in the backyard? That the studio getting built in the backyard was a whole argument. It started from a whole discussion, a heated discussion, as they would call it. It's so silly. Just call it an argument. I bet you his system and his monitors, his two monitors and his speakers and everything in the studio where he had, right, when it was inside the house. I bet everything was so loud, and then him taking calls and him getting passionate and fired up, on panels with people and everything. I bet that was keeping her up. She couldn't sleep. At first, when they first got together, she would fall asleep like everybody else, like every other woman infatuated with him would fall asleep to his show, if they couldn't stay awake. Because I know I did. And I guess over time, she just didn't want to hear it while she was falling asleep no more. And it became a nuisance. So therefore, um, you know, she tried to complain and nag to where he would start going live in the daytime so he could spend his afternoons with her and show her attention in the afternoons. But then he would still get that midnight itch, so to speak, to come on live in the evenings and late night because he had started his channel late night. And I imagine that's when his brain is at his peak, just like um when I'm here late at night, it seems like my brain is at peak. I'm a night owl myself, you know what I'm saying? So whether I'm smoking or not, I'm a night owl. So I imagine that became an issue, and she tried time and time again to get him on a sleep schedule. I know it sounds weird, like we're training a dog or something, but like he's not a man, like he's not a grown man. But that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to train him to, she physically goes to work, and then he goes to work on YouTube, and then by the end of the day, by the afternoon, they'll have their time together, and she'll feel like she's got her due attention, and um you know and then he'll wait until, if you notice, he'll wait until like 11:30, 12 to go live. He'll wait till she get into the good sleep, and then he'll he'll hit the live button. And then I bet, even though he was trying to be courteous and go, do lives in the daytime and wait until she got into sleep before he went live, I bet he was still waking her up, right? Or she was still sneaking and watching, right? So I think that outside studio is a way for her, or a way for him, to still do his late night show, but not disturb her sleep. Well, got another problem there, PJ, because when you are in the house and he's in the studio in the backyard, past the pool and past the tiki bar, right? Or behind the tiki bar, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, instead of just walking across the hallway to the studio, don't ask how I know that. Instead of just walking across the hallway to the studio, now, you know, now you got to walk outside. It's cute in the summer. Yeah, you can do that in the summer. You can just walk outside. Hey, and then he can just hold on, producer here. He can do that from the outside studio. But boy, in them winters, girl, yikes. That means you're gonna have to get up, put a hoodie on, put your shoes on, or pick up the phone. You know, it's gonna be more of an effort to get his attention. And then if he's not on live and he's just working in the studio, say he's editing videos or something, I mean, God forbid you get too much in a deep sleep. You can't hear what's going on in the studio. I mean, God forbid. I mean, you live in what, Chesapeake, Norfolk, allegedly. So like, isn't prostitution like isn't it a big thing? Because y'all live kind of in the hood. Isn't prostitution like a big thing in y'all's area? So, I mean, he might not have enough stamina, you know, for you, but them late nights, long nights in the studio. Ooh, I wonder if he's gonna put a comfy chair in there so he can go to sleep in the studio. And he ain't even gotta come back to the house. He can just nod off at the studio. Huh. I mean, the studio, it separates everything because if you a woman, you got, especially if you're a mom, you got them supersonic ears when you sleep. You don't. Ever since I became a mom, I don't sleep sound unless he's at school. Like right about now, when he's at school, oh, I'd be knocked on, calling, rattling the walls, snoring, right? Dead to the world, right? But when my son is here in the house, I hear. I hear in my sleep. And so I imagine now that he's in the studio outside, that trying to ear hustle and hear what's going on the stream. So you're gonna have to keep it on your phone. You're gonna have to play the stream. You're gonna have to do like you did when you was at your parents' house. You're gonna have to be a moderator and turn that stream on late night and just turn it down low enough so you can hear what's going on the stream and sleep. You still gonna be doing double work. I mean, I don't understand. You just bought a whole bunch of lumber for no reason because you still gonna be ear hustling. So, oh my goodness, girl. And while you over here in the bushes, shout out to all the bush people. While you over here in the bushes, wondering what I'm talking about, somebody could be in his studio right now. Why you ear hustle? Somebody could slide on the knob like corn on the cob. Check in with me. Somebody could be right now because it don't take much stamina to work that neck. That's all a one person job. He don't need to. He could just sit there. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't gotta get all out of breath for that. I mean, right? So it don't really exercise his cardio, getting a little sloppy toppy. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying you didn't think it all the way through. You didn't think it. When you insecure like that, you gotta play the tape all the way out. It's very wise. How you should move very wise. You know, mm. It's a shame, really. It's a shame you got to be stressed out by who he's in the studio with late night. Oh, babe, you didn't come to bed last night. Oh yeah, I was just in the studio last night. Editing videos, working on thumbnail. I was, I opened up the phone lines and okay. All right. I bet that I bet quiet as cat. He never looked so happy to us to build that damn studio. It's almost like he building him a second house. He do look kind of happy building that studio. He all like, thank God I can build something and have my own space and Miss Ann might get me. I feel the fly swatter coming already. I feel Miss Ann reaching for the fly swatter already. But man, he gonna run that Summer Wells and Sebastian Rogers in the ground. You know why? Because Summer Wells, Candace, and Don are not too lawsuit happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because they country people or they in the holler or whatever, but they ain't got enough sobriety and know-how and friends and people who care enough to help them uh with any kind of lawsuit against Dolly Vision or PJ Vision. So they're safe when covering Summer Wells. And the same but different with Sebastian. When they're covering Sebastian Rogers, no one has been sued yet. So they feel safe. And I got a feeling they kind of want the smoke with SF and Chris Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot. I kind of feel like they want the smoke because they want it to get to a lawsuit level because of what? Discovery. When you go into a lawsuit, you have to have a period of discovery, right? Deposition and shit. So they want the tea so bad, they're willing to risk legal action to get the what they don't know, right? So they're going to run the Sebastian and somewhere else. Now, they haven't spin the block and they haven't mentioned or revisited Gabby Petito or Kylie Rodney. And here's why. Gabby Petito was a time period of Dolly Vision's success to where everyone was welcome. I was in the chat. Um, so I imagine there's a lot of secure insecurities around the Gabby Petito timeline and Dolly Vision's coverage of that in real time. So PJ's not going to let him touch that one. And Kylie Rodney, Jimmy's made too many jokes about rear view mirrors and driving into the lake and stuff and Zanime and all that shit. So he don't want to get sued because Kylie Rodney parents will reach out to them pockets, as we know with Ryan Upchurch and Icken Mail and such. So Kylie Rodney family is about that smoke. Okay. Shit. Maybe I need to talk to Kylie Rodney's family attorneys. Shit. SF hit me up. Because I want to know why you got them and PJ must be on Twitter. I blocked them. I blocked all the visions. Every vision on Twitter. I blocked everybody with vision in their name. I blocked them on Twitter. So I don't see what's going on, in the Twitter world much. I only go on Twitter, so I can see some ass and shit. That's only I go on Twitter. I go on Twitter to be nasty. I don't go to watch twerking and shit. I don't go on Twitter for drama, but some people do. So if somebody know the tea of why they up SF's ass, are they here's another question. Are they up are they so bothered by SF investigates is because SF investigates have credentials and they don't? And the reason why PJ Vision and Dolly Vision can't get the credentials they need to be of the same credentials as FS investigates is because Dolly Vision has a criminal record and possibly PJ Vision has a not so clean UA analysis, mental health records. Yeah. There's definitely a reason why they want to chastise SF investigates. And I imagine it's because he is a professional at what he does, and they are not. They are swindlers and scammers and greed mongers. And I could go on for days, but I imagine there are some people in my bushes who are waiting for me to drop a link, you know. And if anybody, since this is a diabolical rant, if anybody want to come up and say fuck Dolly Vision, you're welcome to do so. Um, this is not a fuck Dolly Vision campaign, but get it out now because you know, I can handle a little Miss Ann haunting, Not everybody can. I got fly swatters too. Me and Miss Ann just be up here swatting each other. I'll be just swatting the air and shit. That might be fun. Anytime you're ready, Miss Ann. But I ain't gonna be on here. I ain't gonna tarry too long with my bullshit. I'm gonna open up this panel link because I'm feeling froggy today while I cook breakfast. And I'm gonna let some other people come up here and talk their shit and rant and say what they gotta say. As soon as I can figure my shit out. Hold on. Where's my thing go? Okay, here we go. Let me get my shit together. Let me get my shit together. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that StreamYard. Maybe the visions will come up and tell me about myself and how wrong I am and threaten me with more legal action. Who knows? Maybe they got time today, cuz. So there's the link right there. I'm not gonna pin it, but it's in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and get this bacon started. It's 10 o'clock and my stomach is hitting the back of my spine. And I'm 2 cigarettes in, so I'm well stimulated. Let's get it. Shit. Um, Moderators, you know what to do. Man, oh man. It's been a time, hasn't it? What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. And if anybody know where that nigga poem come from, they can come up and tell me too. I'll be glad to know. I swear I've heard that before. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm a historian. I don't that shit don't bother me. I'm from Botetourt County. You can say nigga all day. Shit, PJ. If you want to come up here and call me a nigga, you can come on up. Shit. Take a lunch break. Take a sabbatical. You barely got that job anyway, girl. Moderators, mount up. Right, right, right. I'll try to catch it. I'm up here putting bacon on this pan. Shit, I might even walk upstairs and pack the bowl and shit. Do we need to pack the bowl? Do I need to get, more stimulated? Uh, I bet you they thought I was gone, man. I bet you I've been off the live so much they thought they had won the race, didn't they? They was like, oh, we didn't scared Sierra off the internet and shit. No, no, silly goose. Silly goose. No. You couldn't scare me if you tried. I don't scare that easily. You know? I don't scare that easily at all. The question is, how do you make your bacon? Mine goes in the oven. Yeah, I used to do the oven. Matter of fact, mine goes in a microwave, but I don't know where my bacon rack or my thing. I think I must have threw it away when I moved because it's not in the bottom of the oven. Like you know how you stick your big pans in the bottom of the oven. So I don't have a big roasting pan, oh, like I used to have. So I just make a whole bacon plate, and stick it on there. Just a regular old plate. That's what I do. Shoot, let me go on and get this apple. Do I have my? Yeah, I do have. Look at there. Look at me being all ready to go. I got my pocket knife on me and everything. Praise God. We can peel an apple until we get this bacon together. I tell you what, I made some good ass orange chicken and some egg rolls the other day. I'll still be thinking about it. I'll be like, damn, when can I go back to Walmart? Because I made the ghetto salad. I made a big bowl of that ghetto salad, and I still got pulled pork in there to make, and I got some bioengineered fish. Thank you, great value. That I need to eat. So and some chicken pot pie that I made. So but boy, I'm waiting for another helping of that egg rolls and orange chicken. That was pretty good. And it was an easy recipe too. It was really easy. I'm just up here farting. I hope y'all don't hear me tooting. But hey, that's what happens when you drink coffee. Oh, I got a gang of laundry detergent. I'm about to I'm about to wash some clothes today. I need to wash all my pajamas. Wait a minute. Is this I'm about to wash. This is not what I thought it was. This is this is like ghetto dawn. This is not the I mean, I guess it'll work. We'll see. We'll put a little bit of that in there and this is not the usual dawn. I must have been high as gas when I bought this dawn. I must have donned it up. Dude. Maybe I should wait till the water get hot. Man, everybody's scared. I don't know what they scared for. What they scared for? Clover, what? Clover, I done scared these people off of the open panel. Maybe I gotta wait till the afternoon. Well, I got another thumbnail for another open panel. So, you know me, I make thumbnails and I got at least 3 thumbnails ready to go. I just been procrastinating. I mean, you said it all. Yeah, I did. I said it all. I said too much, as per usual. But hey, it's better to get it off your spirit now because tomorrow ain't promised. And I don't want y'all to get to tomorrow and I'm not promised and I ain't get to say what I want to say, you know? Ain't nobody checking for Jimmy ass. I'm just being observant, just being a Capricorn, being observant, just, seeing what I see. And, I can't help it. Disturb some people's demons. I can't, what do you want me to do about it? And tomorrow, the birthday girl. Yep, yep. Yeah, I don't have a thumbnail for that, but I guess I should make one just in case I got time for it. I don't even know what I'm wearing tomorrow. That's the crazy part. I guess I'll wear my velour suit. I don't know. Maybe my tracksuit or something. I don't know. I ain't even really thought about it. I didn't even know today was the 14th for real. I ain't even gonna hold you. I played that off really good. I was like, what? Today? What? I ain't even know. I ain't even know. I thought today was I don't know. I just didn't think I was gonna be 40 in less than 24 hours. Jesus. God. Oh, I only got a few more hours to be 39. Hold up. Let's do some young people shit. Let's twerk. Hold on. Hold on. Let's just do some young people shit, okay? Wear that birthday suit. I'm done. Let's twerk. Let's hey, get it all out. Okay. Let's see if we can drop it like it drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Mm. You gotta get it all out because when 40 hit, and you might not can't do that. You know? I don't know what happens at 40, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm not dreading it or anything. I'm just like, maybe I need to go by Dollar Tree and pick up some Ben Gay or something. Is that when people start putting on Ben Gay? Don't Ben Gay stink though? I think Ben Gay is smell weird. I think that's the kind of stuff that maybe I'll get some Asper cream or something. I don't know. Tomorrow you'll feel your baby and your knees. Girl, you ain't never lie. When I made them TikToks the next day I was like, what the hell was I thinking? I was walking down the step. I was like, what the hell was I thinking? I didn't fucking and my dumb ass was trying to do TikToks and twerk and I had socks on. I said, stupid ass slipping all over the place. But I just kept it. I just edited it, to it look good. And I was like, fuck it. I ain't doing it again. Shit, I ain't doing it. I'm a one take wonder. You can get this booty pop in one take, and that's it. Shit. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to say? I wish I had a I wish I had I have all these obituaries and everything on my altar. I wish I had a program for Miss Ann. And that's another thing about Miss Ann's funeral too. PJ didn't want him to go not only by himself, but he didn't want to go by himself to the funeral because, you know, he didn't know who was going to show up to the funeral. You know what I'm saying? God forbid Sierra get a ride from somebody, one of the turtles, and be at the funeral. Like, I mean, we're gonna bust it open in the church? Like, come on now. But that's how that insecurity plagued the mind, man. You know? Step out, step damn it. Fuck this. When you get to the bottom of the steps. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely how I go. As soon as I get to the bottom of the steps, I look at my son like, oh shit. I'm like, oh God. Let me get this apple and stop playing around trying to clean stuff one-handed. Silly goose. I don't know about y'all, but my favorite, I used to like golden delicious apples, but now I've been eating a lot of I think these are honey crisp Oh, them Honey Crisp apples, good boy. Ugh. I don't know what was in this bowl, but these pills about to go in this bowl now. And it's crazy. I'll be sleeping with the pocket knife in my bra like that. Like one of these days, I'm gonna stab my titty. I mean, not that I haven't, you know what I'm saying, but one of these days. I honestly, I don't even think it's that sharp for real. It's just a utility, you know, pocket knife or whatever. It's got the screwdriver and shit, and uh, the corkscrew and the screwdriver and a nail thing. I need to clean it because this fell in the mud and some more shit. Because my only reason I got a utility knife is because it came with the little keychain thing, and I used to have it on my keychain because my daddy used to always have a pocket knife with him. So I was trying to be, I was trying to be like my daddy. I was trying to stunt like my daddy. Time for me to go. Thanks for the laughs and the live. Have a great day. Aw, you're welcome. You have a good day too. Wait, you sleep with the Swiss Army knife in your bra? Yeah. Is that what they're called? It's some kind of knife. It's the thing that you flip. You just flip it. You flip the knife up and you can flip other gadgets on it. It's like a go-go gadget thing, But yeah. hmm Sure do. Sure do. Just in case, somebody just in case somebody catch me slipping or sleeping. They get past my son, they ain't gonna get past me, you feel? Yeah, I stay ready, so I ain't gotta get ready, in the words of Sassy. I sleep better with the knife in my bra. I don't know about anybody else. The way my trauma goes, I sleep better with a bra on me. Shit. If I don't wear a bra to bed, then it'd be under my pillow. And I always bring an apple to bed, in case I wake up hungry and shit and want to hit the bowl or hit the blunt or whatever. I don't know. That might make me weird, but it is what it is. Shit, Clover, I'll be up here with a whole man in my bed. And I will, and you know how when you intimate with the man, right? They go, they getting ready to lift your bra up, or they getting ready to take your bra off, and they getting all intimate and rubbing on your titties and shit, and you be like, oh shit, and shit about to go down, right? You about to get flipped over like a pancake up in this mug, right? So I'll be like, oh, wait. Like, I'll stop. I don't care who it is. I'll stop them and be like, wait, 1 second, 1 second. As soon as I get comfortable, right, and I can trust them, and shit, I'll be like, okay, wait. And I'll pull out, I'll pull out the pocket knife, boom. And I'll have cash in my bra, boom, pull it out. And then I'll pull out, like, I have a bag of weed in my bra and shit. Oh, yeah. And I'll be like, all right, now we good. Now ain't nothing in there. And I'll just put that shit on the nightstand. I can for the apple. Actually, when I got a plate of food and I'm getting to go upstairs and watch TV instead of eating it down here, because I rarely eat down here. But when I do, I'll put an apple in between my titties and then carry my plate and my 2 bottles of water because I gotta have 2 bottles. I drink 2 bottles of water at a time. I don't know why. I'm a fish. That's that goat fish shit. That's that Capricorn shit. You gotta have water. So Dora the Explorer backpack. Hell yeah, backpack. Hell yeah, shit. Boots, where is the bridge? Do we need to get our map? Why Dora had us doing all that work? I think Dora lazy as hell. I couldn't say that when Zion was little because Dora was his girl back in the day. He was in love with some Dora Explorer, boy, and Diego ass. But soon as he got older, I was like, man, Dora, if you don't go get that shit yourself, how you gonna ask us to help you find some shit in your neighborhood? Get the fuck out of here, Dora. I would just be mad at Dora for no reason. Oh my god. Postnatal drip and Apple ASMR. Mm-hmm. Cause my hungry ass can't wait. Mm-hmm. I should have been ate this apple. Knowing I got the diabeticals. This apple good in a bitch too. Somebody was talking shit about me eating apple on live. I forgot some man. I forgot who it was. They was like, "Yeah, you was eating that apple. You was eating the fuck out of that apple." I don't know who it was. I want to say it was Matthew, but I don't think it was. I think it was somebody else. Well, here we are again, eating apple. I eat fruit. I don't survive off of Starbucks and steak and potatoes. Mm-mm. I eat vegetables and fruit. I might be a big, thick, curvy girl, but I eat my fruit and vegetables. Okay, you can't get a vegetable or a fruit past me without. Mm-mm. You could drop me off in the middle of the woods. I bet you I won't lose no weight. Quiet as a cat. Shit. The end of the world will happen and I didn't gain weight. Oh yeah, y'all can get this ASMR. Notice all the viewers that left because they didn't want to hear me chew. That's a good way to weed them out. Hmm. How you gonna be in here want to hear me talk shit but don't want to hear me chew? Crazy. Shit. Mm-mm-mm. Now I've noticed. Now I'm about to talk some more shit. I noticed during Miss Ann's um homegoing service on Miss Chewy's at the end when she had everybody come up on panel. Did Dumpling throw some shade at Dolly Vision? Because I could have swore I heard that and I was like, Dumpling, what? Because I don't know I forgot what Dumpling said, but she was like, Dumpling was like, don't pay attention to them. That's just what they do. I think there's some love lost in between the Visions and Dumpling. Dumpling, come tell me what is going on, girl. Girl, God got you in Messenger, girl. You ain't give me no tea. Mm. And quiet as kept, people be giving me Messenger and tea, right? They be giving me Messenger and tea. People be giving me tea in Messenger, right? And if I know the tea, 9 times out of 10, I don't even go live with it. I just be like, I knew it. And I'll just kiki with the person one on one, right? But when I don't know the tea, that's when I come up on live and I get all hypothetical and allegedly and shit, just trying to put the feelers out so I can get the tea. Okay. So if you don't want me to go live, just tell me the tea offline. And I don't have nothing to go live about. I'll just be like, yup, makes sense. Makes sense. Yup, yup. And I'll just smoke my weed and, watch my TV shows and mind my business. But the minute there's an unknown factor and actually it was the one that got me on live was her saying that she don't lie or she can't lie or whatever the fuck. I was like, bullshit. You lie every day, bitch. And she hadn't said that in a long time. I was like, are they getting ready to rev up Turtle Island? Because Turtle Island ain't nothing but a lie. So I don't know, but that was a tale. I don't know what it's a tale of, but it's a tale because that's a lie. To say you don't lie, that's a lie. And the second thing was when she said the deception deck. I said, bitch, go on and put your hair up in a bun and get on your knees, bitch. That's what you doing. I couldn't. I couldn't be in a relationship and put another man on a pedestal like that in front of his face. Damn, that shit crazy, bro. I know Jimmy see it. I know he do. But what can you say? You know, he gonna spaz out about it one day. One day, she gonna mention Deception Detective, and he gonna be like, "Man, fuck Deception Detective." He gonna spaz out one day. I'll be sitting. I ain't gonna be watching, but I know I'm gonna hear about it. hmm Shit, quiet as it's kept. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't really been watching the whole stream. Like even when I was doing a lot of commentary on Jimmy and PJ, I would watch the whole stream from start to finish, right? And then I would base my content or commentary on whatever live they was doing, right? Or whatever they said or did or whatever. But now that I haven't been watching, and then I'll go back and try to, if I see they live, I'll go watch and listen for like a minute or two, and then I'll get distracted and do something else. I want to look at something else or whatever. Thank you, rapper. That's sweet. Oh, so when now when I click on there, I can't even watch a whole stream, bro. I can't even watch a whole stream of there. It's like Jimmy's starting to repeat himself, and now PJ is repeating herself. I'm like, repeat and repeat, set on the wall. Like, the fuck are we doing? They talking about other people ain't got content. Motherfuckers, y'all ain't got, y'all just wrenching and repeating the same shit, the same content. You watch one Dolly Vision live and you didn't watch damn near all of them. Because he says the same thing on every fucking live. I don't understand what's the genius in it. I don't understand. And he act like he's God's gift to true crime. No, bro. You just I don't know. Maybe different people that didn't hear previous lives are tuning in to the current live, and I don't know. But it's the same thing. If you think I'm lying, go and just play all of Jimmy's live streams at 2 times speed or 2.5, the highest speed that you can articulate it, right? And just watch a bunch of them in a row. And I bet you it's the same speech. He go from is he go sometimes he be like, he'll talk shit about people. He'd be like, oh, these wretched channels and these wretched people and these bad people, and we don't want y'all to watch them or go over there. It's a very much us versus them type shit. But then on some other lives, he's all humble and shit. He's all humble and shit. And he's like, everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes and you make mistakes. And, what I did in Savannah, I feel like I've grown, and like he'll get on his humble shit, but it's the same shit. Crazy. And I can tell he type jealous too, because he was covering the ice raids, the ice protests or whatever over in Portland, and he wished he was out there in Portland because he was watching Tommy ass, and Elevated Truth was out there. He probably, if PJ wasn't a factor, he would have went out there with Elevated Truth and was chilling with him. But since they ain't got too many friends on the streets, he just had to eat crow and sit there and watch the shit. It's sad. It really is sad. Whatever happened to Jimmy Jams? Whatever happened? Rapper. You remember the Jimmy Jams days? You was in there. I know you remember the good old days. He's a lot more uptight now. It's very weird. All that PJ program. PJ didn't got the damn, what is it? On the Get Out. She up there. She up there fucking making him go into the sunken place and shit. And it's not funny. It's probably for some real shit. She got him all Kanye West out. You know what? That's a good thought right there. If you look at the celebrities like Ariana Grande, the girl that was on Wicked, and you look at their pictures before and you look at their pictures now, how their soul is gone. It's the same with Jimmy. You look at his pictures from back in the day, early YouTube, check his old streams out, and the Jams TV and Jimmy Jam shit out, and even old like Facebook posts, with previous girlfriends before Missa. His eyes are different. But if you take a picture of his ass now, boy, so gone, boy. My question is, do the person know their soul is gone? Or is it just a veil over their eyes? You know how they say like pregnant women can't go to funerals or see a corpse or a dead body because the baby will be born with a veil over their eye, meaning there'll be something in their eyes like 1,000 yard stare without going through the actual trauma of it. So my question is like, do he know he looked different? Like, do he know? This is a deep thought. Should I mean, do he know that? Because I don't think it's the losing weight. I don't think it's like because he's a stockier dude now. Because he was kind of chubby before when he had the breathalyzer in the car. So it's not the weight. That's not the reason he lost his attractiveness to me. You know, it's what's behind the eyes. You know, before there was like a light and a curiosity and um I don't know, it's something different in the eyes. And now it's just like gone, like nothing's there, man. It's very weird. Might be somebody should beat me to it. You know, Matthew and Diamond's over there doing conspiracy and shit. They need to look at the difference of the people's eyes. Look at Ariana and shit. And maybe when Juju, maybe she'll bring it up or something. Shout out to Juju. Hey girl. Hey girl, I ain't forgotten about you, baby. Juju fine ass. Mm. She probably tastes better than this apple though. Quiet as kept. Let me not get nasty. Let me not get nasty. Mm-mm-mm. I'm trying to think of what fruit Juju would taste like. Give me a second. Juju probably tastes like she's more of a fruit salad. She probably tastes like kiwi, papaya, and honeydew. Yeah, yeah, that's what it's giving. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-mm-mm. This apple is busting. I'm telling y'all need to get y'all some honey cream. This apple is busting. It's like y'all not even here. For real. Mm-mm-mm. I bet y'all like, damn, Sierra, when you gonna be finished with this apple? I don't know. It's damn near my birthday. Give me a break. Let me enjoy this apple on my next you know, circle around the sun. Okay. Let me get my probiotics. Okay. Yeah. Mm, my God. But I don't think Eve ate the apple. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was an apple. I think apple and eating of the apple or the forbidden fruit, I think that's code for something. Um, yeah, I think it's code for sex. I'm just saying it like that. I don't know how else to say it, but I think it's code for there was some freaky shit going on in Eden that God didn't plan for. Hmm. But I do have some live. I'm gonna put the apple down. Just hold on. Let me get some the gristle. You know how you got a piece of chicken, but it's an apple. You gotta get in there. Okay. Okay, I got. All right, so I got some more controversial lives coming up. I'm gonna try to get one in this afternoon. Probably after my son come home. I got apple stuck in my tooth. There we go. Nope, didn't get. Yep. So I think I'm gonna do um my live Jesus research. I'm gonna do some live research on Jesus based on some information or based on a situation that happened in Matthew's chat. So I want to be extra offensive and do some live research on that. So look out for that because I still got some bud left and I figured let's do that first while we got bud, Let's just be smart. Be smart about it. Don't work smarter, not harder. And then the next one after that is going to be examining the relationship between Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I said what I said. So if you are offended by religious topics or politic topics, then might not be the live for you, you know. But, you know, if you want to hear what I have to say about those topics, then keep your notifications on because we're definitely going to get one done at some point today. I still got apple in my tooth. I ain't got no floss. That's one thing I ain't got in my bra is some floss. I'm gonna have to start carrying floss in my bra. I'm prepared. So get ready for that. I am a Christian woman, but I'm also a witch, and you know, I see things a little differently than other people see them, and we'll explain. All the things. We'll get real intellectual and real cerebral with the Jesus life. I can't let too much out of the bag, but hopefully I think it was Miss Christine that was offended. Hopefully Miss Christine, if she hears this live or she's in the bushes, hopefully she tunes in to my rebuttal because she inspired this live. Not Miss Christine as in the one that passed, but there was a Christine in the chat at Matthews a week or so ago. Yeah, a week or two or three. It's been a while. Like I said, I've been procrastinating. Uh, so with that being said, keep your notifications on and do me a favor. Can you guys like my video? Because I'm about to end it, okay? And you've been in here sipping tea and, welcome a kid back. Like, welcome me back to the algorithm and shit. Don't be a hater. Give me a like for having the cojones to say what I gotta say and do what I gotta do and, be myself and shit. So go on and give me a like. I appreciate it. It's like dapping me up. Like if I see you on the street or if I see you in town, just throw your fist up and dap me up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like hitting that like button is like giving me a dap while passing. Just hey, Sierra, what up? Dap, boom, like the button. It's easy. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Shit, the free 99. So I'd appreciate it if y'all did that. That'd be cool. And you know, subscribe, turn on all your notifications. As I said before, I might be on later on. I don't know what time, but I definitely want to get some thoughts off on this subject of Jesus coming up, right? Got to talk about the Lord. Okay. And hey, my birthday is tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to be live tomorrow. Hopefully, I assume I am at some point. I don't know what time. I don't know. It's a weekday, it's a school day, so can't do too much. So I probably will be live tomorrow. Um so definitely hit up my Cash App because my Temu cart getting full, you know what I'm saying? Shit, might want to eat a little something good, you know what I'm saying? Like give me a solid, just put in there, happy birthday, nigga, Even if you white, happy birthday, nigga. And that way I'll know. It's for my birthday. For my birthday. Yes, I'm twerking. I know. I said I wasn't gonna twerk. But I don't know. I'll probably be an old lady twerking for real. Anywho, it's been fun. Hopefully, y'all behave on these streets. And you know, I missed y'all too, but until the next time, or the next time I got something to rant about. And this rant won't be on members only, bitch. Anyway, you know what I always say. Dubai.